Hey Levins, another video. Here we go, algebraic fractions. We want to look at how we can simplify expressions that have a pronumeral, like a letter, either in the numerator, the top, or the denominator, or both. Okay, same rules apply as other fractions, right? The only exceptions we're going to have here is we might want to factorize sometimes to simplify expressions, righto? Anyway, let's look at these first ones. Adding and subtracting fractions. We hopefully remember to add or subtract a fraction or a pair of fractions, we need to have a common denominator. We need the same denominator. If we don't have one, then we are going to need to multiply the top and the bottom, numerator and denominator, by the same number. That won't affect the value of that term. That won't affect the value of that fraction if I multiply the top and bottom by the same number, right? But we may be able to arrive with common denominator. So let's have a look at this one here, 5a. Now I've got a denominator of 6, a denominator of 4, not common. The lowest common denominator there is going to be 12. So I'm going to multiply the top and bottom here by 2. Okay, it's going to make those 12s. Right, still going to have the same value. Top and bottom here by 3. Okay, so that's going to give me 10x over 12 plus 33 over 12, which gives me, gives me 10x plus 33 over 12, right? There's no more simplification to be done there. There's those two fractions added together, like that. Same goes when we subtract, and we can have pronumerals there in the denominator. Right now, 3x, 5x. Lowest common denominator there is going to be 15x, so top and bottom by 5 here, okay? I don't love these little notes here, but whatever helps. And when we're doing it the first time, I think it helps. So that's going to give us 6 over 15x minus 9 over 15x. Doesn't give us 6, gives us 10. I'm thinking 5 2's are 10. Okay, 10 over 15x minus 9 over 15x, which equals 1 over 15x. So you do these. Right, now, this here is slightly more complicated, I suppose, because I have a binomial. Right, I've got a couple of different terms there in the denominator. So I'm going to need a common denominator of x outside of x minus 4. Multiply those two together. Right, so what I'm going to do is multiply the top and bottom of that by x. And the top and bottom of this one by x minus 4. Right, so that's going to give me x minus 4. Be careful here. See, I'm subtracting this whole lot, and I've got a negative inside there. It's tempting to take the 4 away, but actually it's going to be plus 4 there. All over x outside of x minus 4. You could expand that and get x squared minus 4x squared. Generally, factorised is better. So I've got x minus x, nothing. Now I've got a minus negative 4. Well, that means I've got 4 over x outside of x minus 4. That's a good answer. Right, one more to go here. Lowest common factor here, I could multiply top and bottom here by x minus 1 and top and bottom here by x squared minus x, but I think we're going to find that we could factorise this and get x outside of x minus 1. So as long as I multiply top and bottom here by x, I'm pretty sure we're going to get x squared minus x, common denominator, right? So this is going to give us 2 plus x minus 5x all over x squared minus x, right, which gives us 2 minus 4x all over x squared minus x. Now both the numerator and the denominator could be simplified there. Could be factorised, and could we get a common factor? Can we take an x minus 1 out of that? Not really. No, I think that's the best way to leave it. Let's leave it at that. That's a good answer. Leave it at that. It's a good answer. Righto. Now, moving on to the next part of this. Oh, no, it's 5 minutes in. That'll do us. There's our first video. And again, subtracting algebraic fractions. What do you reckon? I reckon that's great.